Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Jeremy aka Uzaru Jarambe back again with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video we're going to be taking on the new Extreme Z battle for the AGL Transforming Goku that came out with part 2 of the 350 million download celebration. First, we're going to go over some post-Extreme Z Awakened stats for the unit. We'll be talking about the effective category, which is the Sworn Enemies category, so we'll be taking a look at some team builds and some effective units for taking on the event. And finally, we'll be taking on Stage 30 to talk to you guys about how you can beat this event, and I even have some team builds if you weren't able to pull the new LR AGL Frieza. There are still some good teams to take in for the event. So we'll talk about that here in a minute, but first go ahead and check out those links in the description below. Follow me on my social media pages and check out the link for the Discord chat where we have an awesome community of people playing Dokkan Battle and Dragon Ball Legends. Always a fun place to hang out and chat and get any endgame help you may need. So I look forward to seeing you over there. If you're new to the channel or you haven't done so yet, consider hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date on future content like this. Drop a like on the video and comment down below if you have any questions or comments. So real quick, let's go into the Dokkan Wiki, and we're just going to take a look. I'm going to not go too in-depth. If you want to see a more in-depth breakdown of the Extreme Z Awakened stats for the unit, I'll put a link in the video right now. In the top right corner, you can click that and go to my preview of this Extreme Z Awakening for the Goku. But anyway, the basis is his leader skill is going to go up to 130%. He's still going to have his infinite attack and defense stack all the way through Super Saiyan God, but he does also get some defense lowering in that. And then once he gets to Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, he gets only raising attack and defense for one turn, and then he has a great chance of stunning the enemy. As far as the passive goes, he gets a little bit better of a buff here. You can see passive skill starts without the Extreme Z Awakening attack and defense plus 80%, reduces damage received by 21%, and he transforms when conditions are met. But then it goes up from the 80% attack and defense buff to 110% buff. Then he gets Ki plus 3 plus an additional attack plus 10%, defense plus 40%. When there's an extreme class enemy, you still get that damage reduction of 21%. But as you go through the transformations, the attack and defense buff goes up. The initial attack and defense buff goes up. Basically, the attack buff goes up and the defense buff goes down until you start at 10% attack, 40% defense, and you end at 40% defense, 10% attack. But of course, the attack and defense buff, the initial one there, goes up to 140%. And then at Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, you get attack and defense plus 150%, Ki plus 3, and additional attack plus 50%, and your damage reduction goes down to, goes up, to 25%. And then he gets Ki plus 12 and is guaranteed to perform a critical hit once only on that transformation. So some pretty good buffs for the unit there. Not too bad. Definitely worth going in. I've seen some showcases on a couple of people on the social medias and stuff like that where they go in and this version of the Goku, once he gets all the way to Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, is hitting some pretty big numbers. So definitely worth going in, especially if you have him link skill leveled out, which we've got that Grand Elder Guru event now, which makes link skill leveling very easy. Hopefully they'll keep that past the 350 million download celebration, but definitely get your transforming units in on that event while it is here. So let's go and take a quick look at the event itself. Of course, Sworn Enemies is the effective category, and as we go down here, we can see, we get the Awakening medals, some orbs, and of course we get 30 Dragon Stones, some Grand Kais and things like that. But the main thing we want to focus on is level 20 forward as far as our debuffs go. He's basically going to get an additional damage reduction of 80% against any Strength type units, Fizz type units, and any Super type units. So you have any Super type units or Extreme Strength Fizz type units, they're going to get 80% damage reduction dealt against this Goku. So you want to make sure you're bringing in units that are not that. So basically any Extreme Tech, AGL, or INT units will do best, and especially, of course, if you are on the Sworn Enemies category for your team. So past level 20, of course, he cannot have his defense or attack lowered. He also is not stunnable, and his super attack cannot be sealed. He gets an initial defense, a damage reduction, You can see here, he starts out at 35% damage reduction at stage 1, and it goes all the way up to 60% damage reduction. And then past stage 30, of course, you get 70% damage reduction and onward. So total rewards here, of course, we've got the 30 Dragon Stones, 11 AGL Grand Kais, a lot of hidden potential orbs, and all of your Extreme Z Awakening medals. And we do have some missions to get 4 extra Dragon Stones, so 34 Dragon Stones up for grabs altogether in this event. Definitely not bad there. So let's go ahead and take one last look at something here. So the Sworn Enemies category, of course, the 2 lead units for the category right now are the new LRAGL Frieza, the full power Frieza, and also the Int third form Frieza as well. So he also gets a Sworn Enemies category lead, and he also has buffs in his passive to help Sworn Enemy category allies. So if you have this unit, even if you aren't using him as the lead unit, not a bad unit to bring in because he does give buffs to Sworn Enemy category allies. So we can go ahead and remember AGL, Tech, and Int type units. So all of these LRs are viable units to bring in. If you do bring in Strength or Fizz type units, you're going to have less damage dealt, but because they are Sworn Enemies category allies, you are going to be still getting a little bit of some tankiness to take out some of the damage that's going to be dealt against you. And luckily, you can see here, the category has a pretty good amount of units who are AGL, Tech, and Int type units. So not too bad there at all. Definitely worth looking into and seeing if you can make a good team out of the units that you have. So again, you can still put in the Strength and Fizz type units if you don't have any other options, but the AGL, Tech, and Int is definitely the way to go. So with that, let's go ahead and hop over to Dokkan Battle real quick, and I'm going to show you what I've got running for my teams. I am on stage 30 now, so basically we're going to take a look at the teams that I am running for the event, and I've got 3 teams set up. Of course, we have the main lead unit that we can take in. A lot of people have been setting him as their friend lead, the LR Frieza. I'm going to set mine, I just had mine as the LR Goku, just because the Extreme Tech Frieza EZA was, that was the Legendary Existence category that was effective there. But anyway, here is the team that I've been using to take it on. I'm actually going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to switch the Demon King Piccolo for the third form Frieza because he is going to give a buff to everybody else. Of course, the LR AGL Frieza, he performs crits and everything against the Goku type units, so of course he's going to be a major commodity to have. So if nothing else, at least bring him in as your friend unit, and friend lead skill at least, and then of course he does give a pretty good buff for 170% HP and attack to Sworn Enemies, and defense plus 150%. So this is going to be a primary team. If you have these kinds of units, definitely worth bringing in. Some good stuff there. But you also have the option to take in the third form Frieza again as the lead unit. Of course, I have the LR AGL Frieza here, but this is just an example for lead units, and some other units you can bring in as well. Again, the Int Cell is a Sworn Enemy category unit, and he also is, of course, because he's Int, he does not suffer from the damage reduction of 80%. And then finally, if you have none of them, you can also use the Tech Frieza. If you got him Extreme Z Awakened, he gets an Extreme Class Ki plus 3 HP attack and defense plus 130%. And of course, he's going to be transforming throughout the match. And you know, even if you don't have him Extreme Z Awakened, he's still a good unit to bring in. He has type advantage. He gives all Extreme Class allies a buff. And then, of course, he's just a good unit to bring in general because of the transformations and the passive skills he's going to have there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take in my primary team here with the switched out Frieza there again, just so you can see here. The last part of his passive there, Sworn Enemies category allies, Ki plus 3 attack defense plus 40%. And then his passive, other good stuff there with some additional attacks and other buffs. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Enough rambling on. Let's go ahead and take on stage 30 of the Extreme Z Battle event and just see how we do. So we are starting out with some not so great orb drops here. Doesn't look like the orbs are really going to be cooperating with us for any super attacks, really. So we're going to keep the Golden Frieza up front because he does have some damage reduction there. It looks like I'm just going to have to save some of these orbs for next rotation. That was a really bad start, honestly. But you can see there, the Frieza's not taking too much damage. He's also not dealing too much because we don't have the super attacks. Perfect. So we did want the super attack to land there. Not bad at all. And this is an Extreme Z Awakened Golden Frieza. So if you have him, get him Extreme Z Awakened. He's really going to help out. Got the super attack off there. A little bit of a crit with the Majin Boos. And this is where it's really going to get fun because, like I was saying earlier, these Friezas are really going to start dishing out some damage because they are guaranteed to deal crits against Goku category enemies. So let's go ahead and see what they can do here. Now again, if you don't have these guys, don't fret. You will still be able to beat this event with some of the other teams that I was talking about because this LR Frieza is not necessary to beat the event by any means. But you can see he is very nice to bring in. He's got some additional attacks built in. He's got crits built in. And he's just going to do well against Goku category enemies in general. So, another crit. Dealing more than half of his health right there. Or about half of his health anyway. And not taking too much damage altogether. Cell's going to do a little bit of damage there. Not too bad. And let's see how we can do here with the other Frieza. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish it off this round or not. This rotation, is he going to finish it? He's got the crit. And nope, he's not going to finish it. So, and that's fine, because I actually wanted to use the Int third form Frieza here, since he is a newer unit. Let's go ahead and do that. Either way, even if we take a super attack in that first slot, we should be fine. Alright, we got some evasion going on there. Alright. Got the crazy finger beam here. And he wasn't quite able to deal that much damage, honestly. Now, mind you, I don't have any paths unlocked. So this third form Frieza is going to be a decent unit. He did deal a million damage right there. I do have super attack maxed out, 55%. But he's going to be there a lot for the support of your other sworn enemy category units. But again, let's go ahead and take a quick look. Of course, these team setups are not exactly what you need to bring in. Change it up as you need to. If you also need additional help, you can go on to the Discord chat, and you can get some help on there by taking a screenshot of your box, and we'll help you build some teams to take on the event. But again, you've got the third form Frieza as a sworn enemies category, key plus 3 HP attack and defense plus 130%, and the tech transforming Frieza for all extreme class allies. And there are a couple of other team builds that you could probably build, but those are the three most viable lead units, and then any of the other units we just talked about here, you could bring in any of these guys, and you should make quick work of the event. But anyway, that's everything I've got for the video today. Hopefully you guys found some useful information. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and drop a like on the video. Comment down below. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns, if you need additional help for taking on the event. And again, make sure you're checking out those links in the description below to follow me on my social media pages and absolutely join that Discord chat. We're looking forward to helping you over there. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys coming by and checking out the video today, and we'll catch you on the next one. Signing out.